a sense of urgency about working on cars, so I very seldom get to make a video about it, but this time I am going to make a video about it. What I'm getting ready to do is I am changing the idle air something valve in my daughter's car. It's this thing right here. My research tells me that she starts the car and it'll start, but then as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it runs dead. So I did a little bit of research to try to figure out what that was a symptom of, and this is what it came to, this little thing here. So I bought a new one. You can get them online for about $35. I got this one at AutoZone, the replacement one at AutoZone, for about $48 plus tax. And we're going to see what happens. There's other symptoms too. I'll talk a little bit more about the research. Maybe I'll try to edit it in if I can ever learn how to edit. Talk a little bit more about the research that I did and what the other symptoms were and how I narrowed it down to this part. So there are two screws basically on this part. One I already took out, the other one is over here. So I'm going to just unscrew this other one. Put this tool down so you can see. Unscrew this other screw. See that? Oh, there it goes. It fell off. And there we go. Well, there was also a plug that went in here. It was, where'd it go? Oh, this one right here. So it was plugged in like so. And I had to unplug that to get this piece off. So it's off, and I'm going to go get the new one. Okay, let's see. I'm literally outside in Santa Monica near my daughter's house. Okay. Here we go. This is the box, Duralast, the new one. And this is the new part. I don't see a gasket under there. I don't know if anybody knows what a gasket is or isn't, but I'm looking to see if I see one. Oops, I don't want to drop that screw down in the... there we go. That's the old one. Now, because I don't know how to tell whether it's good or not, the only thing I can see is that it's very, very black. There's a coil-looking spring or wire in there somewhere. There's some kind of little hole. I don't know how well you can see that or not. It goes in there. So what we're really going to do is just put the new one on, and then if it works, then we know that that was the problem. If it does not work, we take it off, put the old one back on, and we return the other one to AutoZone. So see how they look different. Let's see if we can do a little compare. Aside from being dirty versus clean, they look very similar, so I'm not entirely sure how you tell if it's good or not. This one looks a little bit slightly less open. That one looks more clear, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. This is a very easy part to put on, so I'm going to just kind of go through the motions of showing you how to put it on. There's no gasket under there. A gasket, well, there is actually. It's down in there. I like to replace a gasket when I replace a part that has a gasket, but I don't have one. There wasn't one in the box, so I will replace it later. It doesn't seem very worn down, and frankly it seems in pretty good condition. It didn't come out on its own. That's always a sign. I'm not sure if I see oil down in there. So that little discoloration, like the gold color, maybe a sign of oil leaking into that. I'm not sure. I always like to look down into the car and see whatever I'm looking at, just so that I can start getting a frame of reference of what the different parts of the car look like. So there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this on. It goes right here. I'm going to put the screws back in. I'm going to plug it up, and then I will turn the video back on so that we can start the car and see what happens. All right, here we go.